Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out the Ticket to Revenge. So let's crack on with it. So let's talk really quickly about how to acquire this beautiful weapon. Now this is a guaranteed drop whilst you're doing the MSQ in Skyline Valley. And the quest specifically that you acquire this on is Seeking Shelter. Now, to actually start up the MSQ in Skyline Valley, you're going to have to be a minimum level of 25. So level 25 and above, and you can actually do the quest and unlock this weapon. So bear that in mind if you're lower than 25 and want to try and get this weapon. So now that you've acquired your lovely Ticket to Revenge weapon system, let's talk about the modifications. Now, this weapon does come pretty much fully modded, with a lot of the best things you can put on your railway, and depending on the build that you're rocking or rolling. For example, I am a rifle build, so I'm going to be sticking with the automatic piston receiver. Also the long barrel for that extra bit of range. You can see the difference here, so I do get more VATS accuracy, but I lose out on 84 range if I go with the short barrel, plus it just looks silly. So we're going to be sticking on the long barrel, and I believe it comes with the long barrel. I don't actually remember, but I'm pretty sure it comes with the long barrel. Obviously the automatic piston, you do have the prime receiver and a standard receiver. The prime receiver isn't fully recommended for railway rifles in general. I've personally never really used the prime receiver. Maybe there are some people out there who do. If you are one of those, put it in the comments down below your experience with that. But I am a rifle build, so we will be sticking with the automatic piston receiver. Now for the sight, I'm a VATS build, so I'm trying to min-max my AP cost, accuracy, and range. So for that, I do put this rather ugly reflex sight on there. Not a big fan of it. I'd rather be able to just use standard just because I think it looks better. But it does give me some extra little bits of stats. This is a standard sight. As you can see, we lose out on a little accuracy, and we lose out on some of that lovely AP cost. So reflex sight is what I opted for here. I don't put the bayonet on because I lose out on range, and I just don't see the point of it. Maybe you are someone who likes the large bayonet, but I'm definitely not one of those. Now for the skins, I can actually put my locomotive paint on here, or you can stick with the Ticket to Revenge paint. I'm a fan of the locomotive paint, so I'm actually going to switch over to that. I am a huge fan of that, but hey, this is one to their own. You might be a fan of the Ticket to Revenge paint. I do think it looks cool, but I just prefer the cleaner look of the locomotive paint. With that all out the way, let's go slay some super mutants. Alright, so before we go into West Tech and slay some of these super mutants, there's a few things we're going to be talking about. First of all, the recoil of the weapon. It is going to be insane. It is a railway rifle after all. And this is going to be me trying to manage it. Yeah, it's insane. One of the key things with the Ticket to Revenge and why people do want to seek this weapon out is if you look at the ammo count, I have 20, which is a unique thing to this weapon. And on top of that, I have bloodied. So normally a weapon with this sort of legendary perks on, you'd be getting 10 capacity. So a lot of people actually opt for a quad on their railway rifle, but this is a unique railway rifle where you actually get double your ammo capacity, just as a 4th star, you could say, perk. And then you get all these here, which is bloodied, weapon speed, and 90% weight reduction, which is just a phenomenal set of legendary perks. Couldn't really ask for better. Maybe get more VATS accuracy, but hey, 25 weapon speed, I'm not super complaining. Now, some would say that this is the best in slot railway rifle weapon system, and I would concur on many fronts of that. But there are a few things I will mention with that. But before we go into that, let's talk about some of my stats. Someone was mentioning that to reach the damage that I have, you are going to need to be a bloodied, unyielding build in my previous video. So that is true. I am always, in every single one of my videos that I do a weapon system on, I am rocking the same armor. I am a bloodied, unyielding, full unyielding build with AP regen. And these are the statistics that I'm rocking and rolling with. Now, obviously, if you're new to the game, you're not going to be achieving a lot of this, but this is definitely something you can look at once you start collecting some pieces of gear, doing some trade like I did, and working up to this if you so wish. But I just thought I'd show my statistics here. I do rock just basic herbivore food that you can grow in your garden. Nothing fancy, nothing special. So with that all out the way, I think we can start getting into slaying some super mutants. Now this thing is going to obliterate these things, and as it is a bloodied, I am going to be doing a lot of damage. I am a one-shot squish build, but you can just see the ridiculousness of this weapon. Please don't kill me. Ooh, that was close. I've been dying quite a few of my weapon videos here. Oh yeah. So this is just a railway rifle, just in general. I mean, you will literally just pwn a lot of things. A little bit of lag there, but yeah, you can just see the carnage that this thing has. And because it is so quick and requires so little ammo to destroy your enemy, you will you'll find it very difficult to run out of ammo. And you can see here how much ammo I'm actually getting, and some of these were one-shot kills pretty much. So I am definitely going to be remaining ammo positive throughout this experience. So let's pop inside and try not to get murdered and give this a good go. And now we're inside West Tech. So a quick caveat, I am a little unwell, so if I'm not as energetic as normal, that's probably why, but we will still persevere and plow through this. So the Ticket to Revenge, it is a phenomenal weapon. I personally really enjoy it. Oh my gosh. Okay, good. It is a really, really good weapon, and I highly recommend getting it. There are a few things I wanted to mention. This is a really, really, really good weapon, and for a bloodied, having 20 rounds on this thing is absolutely insane. But one thing I did want to mention is that you can still pretty much absolutely obliterate stuff with a quad variant of the railway rifle. Now, obviously, you're not going to do anywhere near as much damage as a bloodied, but if you're not a bloodied build, you can still use a railway rifle in the quad form and still absolutely annihilate stuff. Now, one thing I have been noticing with this thing is the VATS accuracy is pretty poor. So if I could get a little better VATS accuracy on this thing, I would absolutely love it to pieces. But to be honest, what we're getting here, you can't really complain. When we're shooting this close up, nice. When we're shooting this close up, it's not too big of a deal. I highly recommend using this thing in VATS though, because the recoil is just insane. And with the VATS cost being fairly low for the amount of damage you're actually doing with this thing, highly recommend that you use VATS. It also completely negates recoil altogether, so you can just hold down that trigger and just go absolutely ham. But yeah, I highly recommend getting this weapon. It is really good. There are a few things I want to say though, like I said earlier, you can absolutely annihilate stuff even with a quad variant, which has 40 rounds. So don't feel too bad if you're not a bloody build and this doesn't fit your playstyle, but you still want to use this railway rifle, or a railway rifle for that matter. But this is literally the pinnacle of railway evolution. And I wonder what other ridiculous weapons they're going to be throwing at us that are pretty easy to get, to be honest. Like, all things considered, this is one of the easiest weapons you can get that comes right out the box as a phenomenal weapon. Which is, to be honest, not too common. Those sort of legendaries that you can get right out the gate. Trying to heal here. I think he's below me. Shooting me through the floor. Hello there, I can see you. I'm coming for you. I don't know why I'm in stealth. This is not a stealth weapon. This is the complete opposite of a stealth weapon. Which, to be honest, I do like my stealth weapons. I do like to be able to just go through and not get absolutely butchered by everything. Being a one-shot squish build that I am. But yeah, I am a little sick, so sorry if I'm not as energetic as normal. It's I'm a little bit more exhausted than normal, but hopefully that... Oh gosh. Here you go. Come back. It's not quite a one-shot for me when I'm not doing a crit hit. And obviously the build that I'm using is a generalized build that I like to use that opts for a lot more weight and carry capacity than min-maxing for the maximum amount of damage that I can do. But I still try and throw in as much damage as possible where I can. But yeah, this thing absolutely rips through this. You do have to watch out because 20 rounds still is a pretty small amount. But yeah, it just rips through this. And to be honest, the fact that you don't need to roll for this thing, you don't need to farm your script or mods or anything like that. You can get this right out the box and just absolutely be a phenomenal force on the battlefield. I highly recommend this. Oh, we did die. Okay, we're back. I think we'll just go straight to the conclusion from here. And that will conclude this video. This is a phenomenal weapon, and I hope I showcased why perhaps maybe you would want to go and seek it out. The unique perk of doubling the ammo count, coupled with the bloodied effect and the attack speed and the 90% weight reduction, just the ease of getting this weapon and not having to roll or use any real resources outside of your time to acquire it is just phenomenal. Either way, cheers all for joining me. Thanks all for watching, and I'm gonna catch you all on the next one.